How can you stop generational deteriorating patterns from your lineage? Great fucking question. First and foremost, you have to understand that you are not these patterns. They are just running through you, and it is up to us to become aware of them and delete them. How you do this is through, number one, observation. You have to become the observer of how you create your reality. What are your thoughts? Try to predict your next thought as an exercise. How successful were you? You weren't, because the mind is conditioned and programmed to create patterns and predictive algorithms for the future based on the past. This is just peer-reviewed science, you guys. It's not even anything I'm making up. That's a feral cat that's eating in the background. So first things first, you want to start observing and become very aware of how you create your reality through your patterning and your thinking. I'm talking about the causes and conditions. Newtonian physics, cause and effect. If I do this, then this happened. Whenever I do this, this always happened. This kind of stuff is how you create your identity. Your identity is not really you. It is something that has been created from your lineage, your conditioning, the nature versus nurture thing. The moment you wake up to the reality that you're like, holy shit, I don't want any of this. None of this is mine. This is very good. This is the beginning of your journey. First, become very curious about how you create your reality. Get clear on the causes and conditions. Make an inventory of these things every day, even if it's in your notes. Notice, like, if you say to yourself, like, God, this always happens to me, or why does this always happen to me? Notice what that thing is and why you said that, because this is the type of programming that is in your subconscious mind. 95% of our life is created from unconscious patterns. We're living in a fucking program. It's a mess. Number 3, you want to step into contrary action to start deprogramming these things. This is not me. I'm doing something else, and you got to let that bullshit go. You need to pay attention to your emotions. Your emotions are a very clear indicator of the program that is running. If you say things like this, it's okay, you know what? I'm just going to do this for the next 3 years, and then I'll be free, and then I'll get X. This is a sacrifice pattern, for example. Another thing you want to do is, if you find yourself in an emotional response, stop, get very clear on where that is living in your body. Like, is that in your heart space? Is that in your chest? And sit with that tension. Basically, it's just energy that needs to be transmuted. Observe it until it leaves your field, until it leaves your body. Like, this anger is not mine. Delete it. I know it sounds woo as fuck. This is how you start taking your power back. And you can work with somebody like me or someone who really understands frequency work, and I can help you observe to see if you're doing it at a deep enough level, because it all happens in layers. These are all distortion patterns. This is essentially resetting your nervous system. This is a nervous system game. That's it. It's a frequency calibration game. The nervous system navigate, part 2 on the way.